Welcome to Church of the Chair, where we celebrate all the things we do while seated. I'm your host, E, here today with my co-host, Chad Lutzke. We are currently working on a collaborative novel called Planet Caravan. The point of this is for you guys to see the process, see how we do things. We are here for you. If you're working on your own projects, you can chill out and write with us. It's a sense of community, all that good stuff. We don't watch chat like a hawk. So if you do have a question, ask your question, and we'll come back to it eventually. And if you want to just ask a question, leave and watch the replay, more than welcome to do that. But that's what we're here for. So kick back, relax, grab some snacks, or write your own stuff, or draw. There's plenty of people who do artwork while we go. There's even a couple people who like to just listen to us talk while they're at work, which is interesting. Hello, Kobe. How you doing, brother? I'm going to start off the day like I normally do and read what Chad wrote off while we were offline. So, silence coming in 3, 2, 1. Morning, Haley. How you doing, huh?
Hey, Haley.
Oh, by the way, a subscriber by the name of VampBat, who used to come in all the time. They've been busy recently, but mentioned that sometimes I'm too loud and Chad is too low. So in the future, if you guys have an issue, we do not mind changing it, fixing it, whatever it needs to do, because it's kind of pointless if you can't hear the other person. So let us know during the stream if the audio is not good enough. I wanted to point that out. I should have pointed that out yesterday.
Let us know.
Ooh, boy, got my dangly bit strumming. That was shocking because I wasn't looking at you when I was looking at the document when you did it, and I was like, "The hell." Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm the only one who finds that as funny as it is. But, anyways.
Hey, Pedro.
Hey, Pedro.
Hey, Pedro.
Stop it! Stop it! I'm finally getting payback for doing that, and I do that all the time to chat, and I'm finally getting payback. I'm okay. Just got back from work, and I'm going to play some Elden Ring as I listen to you. Awesome. How far are you? Like, what was the last boss you did? Or what area are you in? Whatever. Hey, can I change this with to on? A lady there had an ass you could crack a walnut with.
Yeah.
It's kind of aggravating me. I mean, it doesn't matter either way, but I mean, it works. But I was like,
yeah, the visual I get now is just that she has a hard ass.
Yeah.
With means, yeah, like she could use her cheeks to squeeze together to.
All right, back to with it is.
But I agree, dude. That bugged me. I'm like, what's the word? On, of, off, with? What? I could, and I was like, with if it's wrong, I'll notice it again. And
all right, do you want to change it to on? Because I actually prefer with now that you explain it. Like if you know, like he knows.
Put it between your
like,
cheeks, and and she squeezes.
Yeah, I got you. So I'm fine with now that you explain it like that, and people can decide for themselves.
Yeah.
Because I mean, yeah, that's a. Ooh. Oh yeah, it's okay. I've read all this. This is the magic finger. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Here it is. Here's where I need to start. I'm sorry. That's a fucking sentence. Not sure how he got from Carol Ann's sex finger to my dead mom. Fucking hell. Ooh, like she lived underwater. Fucking beautiful. Wow. You and this fucking magic finger. Starting to get emotional, and he's like, "Nope, remember the finger." Keeps it, yeah,
what are you doing?
Yeah, keeps it going. My uncle, he's not a smart man. every time I read something or someone says he's not a smart man, I think of Forrest Gump.
Hmm.
Ooh, I like that one. I've never read that. Mingo looks at me like there's words on my face he's trying to read. I like that. It even gives you it denotes his eyes moving like left to right, like scanning.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool. That's grapple not settling. Sorry. I don't know why I found that as funny as I did, but as you can see, I laughed out loud. Finally gotten used to you just editing right where the fuck I'm reading. No souls. Oh, that's sweet. I like how you ended that. When I was working when I was doing hospital work, that's the very first thing an old head nurse told me. If you're dealing with if you got a gag reflex when you smell something sour or something foul, just a little bit of vapor rub right on your cupid's bow, right at the top, and it completely goes. And it's absolutely what? Oh, yeah, never mind. I was wondering what Pedro was talking about, and I remember you talking about it yesterday too.
Oh,
Yesterday
I'm
I
so
walked
used
into
to
the
it. I'm
side
so
work.
used to it. The vapor rub thing. I used to do. I like to teach myself stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Guitar,
Autodidact
graphic design, writing,
thing here.
whatever it is. Taxidermy would be one of those things. I went through this phase where I was like, you know what? I'm going to stuff animals. And I thought it would be a cool hobby. I met some people online, this community, these forums where you could get stuff that you needed for cheap, ridiculous stuff that I was like, wow. From like Africa and things like this monkey. And well, I
Mm-hmm.
bought a beaver and I had it shipped to me in the mail. I bought a couple of things. I did plus my local butcher shop. I would ask if I could get the heads they had, like the deer heads, goat head. I got one time. This is all for practice. They're already sitting there, hooves, whatever. And I bought like this starter kit. I had this VHS thing. with all these movies and all these booklets and stuff, and then of course being online, you know, anything you need to know about anything.
Yeah.
You
Oh
know,
yeah,
so
100%.
it's easy to teach yourself as long as you have the drive and the will to do it. So I did, you know, worked on some squirrels. I did a full squirrel that I still have that's like hooked to a stump. It looks like a legit real squirrel still. This was like maybe 10 or 15 years ago, probably 15 years ago. Anyway, I ordered this beaver and it was very hot that summer. We had like this drought here in Michigan pretty much. Like
Oh no.
all of the grass, everybody's lawns were just gray, like hay, or not
Yeah.
gray, like just yellow, like hay. Well, that year this beaver got lost in the mail,
Oh
and
my god.
so when it finally got here, I told my it had been weeks, and I told my mailman or mail lady, I can't remember. I said, "Listen, you're going to be delivering this heavy box. If it reeks, it's got a dead beaver inside. I don't know how this thing is packed, but finally shows up on my doorstep one day. Big old box, thing that weighs a ton.
Yeah.
I get it out. I had my work area in my basement. I laid it on the table, and the thing is bloated as can be.
Oh.
Just like if you could, you know, if I'm afraid if I cut it, it's just gonna explode.
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't explode in the box. Yeah.
So-
okay.
So I start working on this thing, which I was still a novice, so I wasn't sure if it was salvageable. But there's something that happens to an animal called slippage that at that point doesn't matter what it is, you're done, and that's basically all the hair is falling out, you know, and it's just gonna scrape right off.
Right.
So I was working on this beaver, and we didn't have Vapor Rub, so I took a stick of big red gum, and I put it under my lip like this, and then wrapped a bandana around my head. And I worked on this beaver for a while, you know, skinning it, and then
Not the big
It-
red.
it didn't take too long before I realized, yeah, because man, that beaver stunk.
I can't get over it. I worked on that beaver, man. That beaver stunk. You're killing me. Yeah, I was good. When he stopped telling the story, I was gonna be like, I was working on this beaver, Chad Lutzke, 2023. Anyways, continue because I gotta hear this. I got.
Now that I think about it, with the bandana on my head, with the big red gum and stuff, it sounds like something I would write in
Yeah.
one of my books. This
Yeah.
guy doing this thing, but
Oh my
it didn't
God.
take too long before I realized that I am wasting my time
The
here. I
lost
don't-
cause.
Yeah,
That
so,
beaver was done for.
Yeah, that beaver was done for. Yep.
Oh my god. Oh, thank
But
you for that.
Vapor Rub would have worked a lot better, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It definitely.
It's stronger
does.
than Big Red Gum,
it
and I wouldn't have to
definitely
wear a
does.
bandana around my face.
Right. Yeah. You just dab a little bit. Yeah, there's even parents. I don't suggest anybody doing this. I'm not saying it's right, but there are parents who will put, especially Hispanic parents, will put Vapor Rub on their kids' eyelids at bedtime so they don't open their eyes. It's yeah,
Wow, that's not cool.
it's not, but it's something people do. Yeah, it's even in what is it? It's a movie called Four Rooms. I think it's an anthology film. It has the kid. They do it to the kids in that one. But it's a thing that's actually done. It's crazy.
Isn't Tarantino somehow associated with that movie?
Yeah, he did I believe he
Wrote
directed
some of it or
one of the one where the dude gets his hand chopped off, and they're rushing to reattach it. Like the whole thing is like what we're gonna do, or finger chopped off, something like that. Anyways, and then they're gonna rush to go put it back on. But I believe it's Antonio Banderas' section that it happens in. Either Antonio Banderas or the woman that he's with puts the Vapor Rub on the kid's eyes. But yeah, I believe Tarantino did the section with the bet that they could chop his finger off and then have it reattached or whatever.
Yeah, he played a small part in it. I'm looking on the.
Yeah, I believe he was in it too, but I don't think he was in his segment. He might have been, but I don't believe that. Is that the one with the dead hooker under the bed? I believe so. I do not remember much about that. I remember like Madonna's in it or something like. Or,
Yeah, I think Madonna. Yeah,
yeah.
Madonna is in it. Yeah, I don't remember much about it either. I remember I liked it, and it is an anthology, like in a hotel
Yeah.
or whatever, and that's all I remember.
It's a really cool movie, but I haven't seen it since it came out. And Tarantino is the main reason why I went to go watch it. Well, went to go see it.
I saw a good movie last night called Sisu.
Someone told me about that. I think it was Derek. And yeah, it's called Sisu or Siso, something like that. I think it's Sisu. Sisu.
Yeah, Sisu.
Yeah, SISU or something like that.
Yeah,
It's on my list, so don't tell me anything about it. But yeah. Also, speaking of dead hookers, what a transition, right? That movie with Christian Slater about the dead hooker
very bad things or whatever.
Very bad things.
I was just thinking about that when someone said dead
Pedro.
hooker.
Yeah,
that's a great movie.
It's a really funny movie. It's so good. It was. Did you already say this, or am I just thinking this? Cameron Diaz was in it, wasn't she?
I don't remember other than Christian Slater. I don't remember who's in it.
I can't remember. Yeah, Pedro, that's it. Sisu. Oh, wait.
My wife finished and loved Gun Love.
Awesome. Hell yeah, man. It was one of my top 5 books that year, the year it came out.
She just DNF'd Betty. She has become. I think she read 3 chapters. She has become. She said the writing is great, but.
Hey, Jim.
She's read. She's had like a long lapse of not reading, and then she's read all my stuff. So now she's spoiled with this like nondescript lean.
Oh, okay.
Prose.
All right. Yeah, Tiffany Daniels.
So she gets bored.
She goes on. There's stories inside stories and stuff inside stories, and it's all literary fiction. Like there's no point to the story really, other than the message in that particular story. But dude, some of the stories that the father tells Betty is just absolutely fucking magical. There's no magic in any of Tiffany's stuff, but it feels magical because the stories that they tell each other, or the lies that they tell themselves, the characters tell themselves, it is just, anyways. But I completely understand if she's used to stuff like you and King and that kind of thing. Yeah,
she doesn't really like King anymore. She DNF'd to McKee too.
I got you.
After only like 40 pages. I tried to get her to stick it out, but I think Tom Gordon left a bad taste in her mouth, and she's just
I can see that, man. I can see that.
But yeah, she's just spoiled. Like she loves Lansdale. My stuff. What is she reading right now? Oh, David Joy.
Oh, cool. Which one?
It's Blue. She read the
Burn.
No, or at least not that cover of it. She's got the paperback.
Weight of This World.
No, I don't think it's that one either.
All right, we got The Line That Bleeds, Where All Light Tends to Go, and Those We Thought We Knew. This is the newest one.
No, but it's the cover. The cover she has is reminiscent of that one.
Yeah, that's the brand new one. It's not even out in paperback yet.
It's not the one that I read, which was The Light of the World or whatever.
Yeah,
and she had already
Where All Light Tends to Go.
Or Where All Light Tends to Go. Yeah, and then she already read The Line That.
Yeah, The Line That Held Us.
She already read that.
5 of them. Where All Light Tends to Go, The Weight of This World, The Line That Held Us, When These Mountains Burn, and Those We Thought We Knew.
Let me look up the paperback covers.
I've read all
the weight of the world.
Okay,
that's what she's reading.
That one has. I've only read 2 books with jump scares that literally jump scared me, and The Weight of This World has that.
Yeah, she's loving it.
I literally flinched when I got to a certain part. I was like, "Oh shit! What the fuck had just happened?" And yeah, I even told him that on Twitter, and he just gave me laughing emojis. It's such a shocking scene. It comes out of absolutely fucking nowhere. It's like that scene in Pulp Fiction where John Travolta accidentally shoots the guy in the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that scene. It's like it just fucking out of nowhere. Just
That one of those
crazy
ones
hard.
where you got to immediately read that again.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Because I read the line, I was like, what the fuck? And then I had to go back. I read the entire paragraph over again. Yeah, Weight of This World is an amazing book.
Yeah, she said the first paragraph was they sucked her in right away. But yeah, she's got to be taken right away. She just DNF'd, which I'm surprised. She went through my TBR, and what's the name of the book? Bastard. Written by a woman. I can't remember her name now.
I don't know.
It's like a gritty noir thing. Something Bastard. Shoot. Caroline or...
Oh, Bastard Out of Carolina?
Yeah.
Okay, that's an old book, dude. I remember finding it in my buddy Ross's grandmother's library. She had all these old, like, Civil War books and old, like, Southern romances and whatnot. And I remember just looking around and coming across, and I was like, ooh, Bastard? They put Bastard on the book? And, yeah.
Yeah, that's in my TBR, and she when I started reading it, I was like, I can't, because the cover's not attractive. I don't know what appealed to her, but I was like, you're reading that? Wow, okay.
It might have just been the name of the book.
It didn't last very long. She's like, yeah, this is not for me. And so I brought her a bunch of crap in there, and she picked, I was like, well, you've read this guy before, because she never remembers who she read. She's like, who did I read already? What book did I read already? And I'm like, well, you like David Joy. How about this other David Joy book? She reads the first page of the prologue, and she goes like, oh, this is the one.
Yeah, David Joy is fucking magical. He's fantastic, dude. He reminds me a lot of you. He just gets straight to the point. He doesn't pick sides in any argument. He just throws shit at the page and it's just amazing. It's like, here is this. I'm not going to make a moral or ethical judgment. Here's what's happening. Read it.
Yeah, I like him too. I've only read one book, but I like him, Ron Rash.
Mm-hmm. There it is. I knew I was going to have to change that. I fucked that up. None. Okay.
I was talking that whole time. I had myself on mute.
Surprise!
I was wondering if we had a county name, but when I searched for one, it said in parentheses county name. But I think then I found that we use Jessup County.
For which county? Where he was?
Yeah.
Okay. Because when they arrive at the new place, they're in Eunice. Anyways, got to finish up this thing with Kay and then start the raid and all that good stuff. But I'm all caught up right now, so I'm going to go ahead and take my break. When I get back, I'm jumping in and pumping out as many words as I can. See y'all in about 15 minutes. Okay.
They don't have horses, do they?
Probably not. No, petting zoo might have one horse, but they usually don't even use them for that. All right, we're about to lose a nice chunk, but it'll be added back later. I'm taking out all the stuff about the possible raids. Right now, I have to find this section again. What did I...
Is is Mingo's trailer hooked to the Dodge Ram?
It yes, it would be, just like carrying a camper. Damn, this time every single day I hear somebody pulling up and it's nobody. I don't know what the hell's going on. Damn door keeps opening by itself.
Hello. I'm having one of those. I'm having one of those brain farts where you can't spell a word
Oh.
and you should be able to spell it.
Mm-hmm.
Lent.
Which one?
I lent you something.
Yeah, Lent.
Lent. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I had written down. I was like, really? That?
I didn't think that's the only one. Boom. Hey, do you mind things like, I know you don't like GD, things like I swear to God, are you cool with that?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know I
Thanks
probably
for
put
asking.
yeah, you're welcome. I know I put GD in here before, but that was just a lapse. So if you find it, I apologize. I know we talked about that, and I want to respect that.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, dude. You're my friend.
I I remember the first time I was writing with somebody, and this is years ago, and I said something. I was like, by the way, is it cool with you if we, use this word? He's like, well, I think that's weird, but I guess. I was like, all
I
right,
think
well,
that's
I'm
weird.
weird then, but
Yeah, let me
whatever.
be. That's yeah. I don't think it's weird. I think I've also run across this before. The guy who did the audiobook for What the Dark Brings, one of my short story collections, he signed the contract and everything, and we were going into production. And he said he had read the whole thing, but it wasn't until after we got the contract done that he pops up and he goes, "Do you mind if I don't say these words? I'm Jewish. I'm not allowed to say certain words." And I'm like, "Well, I do wish you would have told me ahead of time, before you sign the contract,
Yeah.
but I have no problem with that whatsoever." Um, and and he comes back and he said, "Well, I'm glad because the last couple people got very upset." And I told him flat out, I said, if you did to them what you did to me, which is wait until the contract is signed,
Yeah.
and you've already taken on the job, and that states that you're willing to produce the book the way it is,
Hmm.
they might have a reason to be upset." And he goes, "You know what? I never thought of it like that." And I'm thinking in the back of my mind, yes, 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 you did. But
Yeah,
anyway,
it's at the forefront.
yeah,
It's,
exactly.
yeah.
Because it's one or the other. Either he's lying about not being upfront, because he wants the job, or two, he's lying about having read the book before he took the job on. It's one of those two things. Either way, he's being dishonest.
Sinner.
Sinner. Ugh. But sorry, I already forgot. You said it's okay if someone says, "I swear to God."
Yeah.
Is that okay? That one's all right. All right, cool.
Yeah, my two things are JC and GD. I don't know. I don't think I've ever, or I know that I never have.
Gotcha.
So one word. There's two things I don't say. I actually have said them on accident,
Yeah.
but I
Cheese
try to
and
keep it clean.
rice. That was my mother used to say. Cheese and rice.
I say dadgummit,
Dadgummit.
which I think is hilarious. So I
Yeah.
kind of say it ironically.
Yeah. Um. Let's see. Oh, there is one thing that I do more than JC, which is Jesus fuck. It's something that I say in real life. So if you come across that, I apologize, but that's just something that I say that tends to end up in dialogue or whatever. So if you see it, I have no problem with you changing it. But I look at it this way: if I tell you that I am uncomfortable with let's say something, like the N word is in a book. If I say that I'm uncomfortable with that, then I want you to respect that. If I don't want that terminology in the book, I would expect someone else to respect that. So if there is something that you don't like, 100% I'm going to respect it because I go about all this stuff like I treat people the way I want to be treated. So
Yeah, I already have. You alluded to the fact that you were not down with using the word gypsy, and
yeah.
I wanted to use it at one point, but
Yeah. And that's just something it's just another thing, like, it historically it was used as a slur, to talk about the Roma as they were going around. And there's far less discussion about that being a slur than like the N word or the SP word for Hispanics or whatnot. You don't hear it quite as often because they're a quiet people. They're kind of
I think
themselves.
that's good. I think that's healthy because then the word loses its power.
Yeah. In fact, but the biggest one is when you say you GYPPED'd me, that, or however you want to spell it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like the biggest one. It's as offensive as Jew me down. It's as offensive as that. So, but yeah, that's one of those things that had you put it in there, I would ask, nicely, can we not do this? Can we find another word like nomads or whatever it might be? But yeah, so I respect you. You respect me. We're all good.
A good example of something having lost its power and being a good thing is, I don't know if you know who Nero was.
Oh yeah, you talking about old school? What was it, Rome? Oh shit, do I know? Isn't Nero the one that played the? No, he ain't the one that played the fiddle.
He was a bad dude. No fiddle. We're talking biblical times.
Nero in the Bible. Yeah, I don't remember. I remember there being, who's the guy that played the violin or whatever during like the siege of Rome? I can't remember. Know. But anyways,
this is a ruler. Anyway, he had flags that he was the one who had Peter crucified, and Peter was crucified upside down because he didn't feel worthy of dying the same way that Christ did.
Right.
So Nero had these flags that symbolized him and symbolized this inverted cross, so to speak, the way it was constructed or whatever. And then later, Adolf Hitler adopted that same symbol, and that they used flags. They weren't like as predominant as like the swastika or like the SS symbol or the eagle or anything like that, but they were used. And this is what the symbol looks like.
Yeah, that's just because he's writing about the I'm talking to Pedro. Pedro, that's just because Lansdale is writing about the time when that word was just everywhere. That's all. No shit.
Yeah.
No fucking shit.
And now
that's where that came from?
Yeah, now we've turned it into something completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild, dude. I had no idea. But I mean, yeah, Lansdale is taking a photo of a time frame, and just the way people talked, it was so flippantly used. And I don't know. Someone told me, I haven't read any of his newer stuff, but there's less of it than there was in like what it was, A Thin Dark Line, which is like every page has it on it because people are talking back and forth. And
yeah, he certainly loves the word. But he is angrily anti-racist. I mean, he really, because he grew up in that. His dad, whom he loved, was also one of the most racist people that he ever knew. But he speaks highly of his dad as he gives a demonstration about seeing a black family on the side of the road in the rain, broken down, and the racist that his dad was still got out in the middle of the night. In pouring rain, jacked up the thing, changed the tire, helped with their car. But he would use the word, the N-word, at other times. And, Joe, being in Texas, saw it a lot. And he writes a lot about racism. And, of course, he writes a lot of period pieces, too, writing in the Dust Bowl, writing just Southern stuff. So, yeah. He uses that word liberally, very liberally. And some people get turned off by it, and that's a shame, but because it's just literature, and if you knew the man, not like him and I are BFFs, but I have
all you can do is like
talk to him quite a lot.
Go look at his Twitter, and you can tell his politics. It's very clear what side he leans toward. But I was quite shocked when I first tried. I believe I told you this, but I tried to read A Thin Dark Line 3 times, and I kept putting it down. And I think 2 of those times is because it was in there so much. Once I finally got past that, and I read, it's one of the best. I mean, it top 100 for me. I don't like his Happen Leonard anywhere near as much as that book, but I do love the Happen Leonard books, and it's all over that shit, all over it. So,
yeah. Yeah, I like his Cold in July is if you like A Thin Dark Line, that's crime, right?
it crime? Like what I remember
I've never
about it is
read
like
it.
the drive-in. It's a very slice of life kind of story. There might be some crime in it, but that's not what I remember. What I
Oh,
remember is the interactions between like the racial interactions, uh, the this young man befriending, I believe it's an older black man, and then his parents, and then like the dynamics of the entire thing. I'm not entirely sure what happens in the book, but I fucking loved it. And it's what put me on to starting the Happen Leonard stuff. Anyways, I got it. Sorry, guys, I got to get back to finishing this thought because I was on a roll. Right, you so deep in thought. Sorry, I just happened to click over and you're like, you're muted.
I'm trying to. You mentioned about having part one, part two, part three, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Yeah.
And the chapter that I just finished is the perfect ending for a part one.
Okay.
And then when I went back up to put part one, and so I put part two at the beginning of this next thing, and then I put part one, scrolled all the way to the top to put part one, and I thought, in the name of the chapter is called the bad sounds, and I was like, well, what if we name the part the bad sounds, and then we get through all this, the bad stuff. So I'm trying to name the chapter something else other than the bad sounds, and that's where you caught me in deep
Gotcha.
thought. I thought part one could be the bad sounds. It ends with them leaving. They've hit the road and they're leaving.
Yeah.
And then that last line, like tomorrow I'll be someplace new. I'll be someone new. And then that will begin the good sounds. And I guess that's the idea anyway.
Yeah, and then like the last one could be the best sounds or something like that. I don't know. Some
or the fart sounds. How about that?
yeah, that's classy as fuck, dude. Do that one.
Mayor?
I think I'm done. Good
Yep.
God. Oh, no, never mind. I wrote half of this yesterday. Okay, I'm trying to find... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still got 5 pages done. Hey, Jordan.
Nice.
Yeah, doing fine. So I got the sexual tension. I got the excitement. I got the running away, hiding, all that stuff. All that stuff is in the chapter OK. Because he thinks he's going to be working with Buzzard, but he ends up working with K. So I called the chapter. I'm typing it down here. Oh, K? Sorry. You can change it if you want to. That's the first thing that came to mind. But yeah, I'm going to I need to take my break. And then when I come back, we can either chat. I think I'm done for the day. I'm very fucking happy with this chapter.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
at least what happens, maybe not the writing, and it probably needs to get split now that I'm looking at it.
Okay.
Hang on. I'll call this chapter for now Down in the Dark. There we go. Oh, by the way, I don't know if we've done this before, if we've mentioned this before, but Sam has a Zippo lighter. We might can use that for something. I don't know. Anyways,
Okay.
I'm gonna go on break, and I'll see y'all in about 15 minutes.
All right.
Have fun staring at a black screen and an empty chair.
That's right.
Hey, Jordan, if I didn't say hello to you, I'm sorry. I might have. I don't remember. Friendly reminder to Chad, you're muted and you're dark. Just in case.
Okay. Shy Chad.
What?
Pedro called me Shy
Oh,
Chad.
Shy Chad. He don't like to be watched as he eats. I don't blame him, actually. I don't like eating on camera either.
Be right back.
Yep. right, let's see what Mr. Lutzke's been up to. Nah, that's too fucking garish. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. God damn it, man. I was reaching for my mouse to start to highlight it. Yeah. Still going, but yeah. Fuck yeah.
Did you just have an
What if
epiphany?
what if we call the final chapter Silence?
That's good. Yeah,
Ooh,
that works.
yeah. Or the final part, whatever.
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah.
you want to call it. about this part, pull out a pair of gloves. I don't know if you wanted him to have them on, but what's her face? Sam mentions the blisters on his hands
Okay.
while they're eating. Anyways, but I'm sure you'll take care of it when you get there. Just remember you put the gloves on.
Okay, yeah.
All right, yeah, I dig it. All right. Oh,
A couple of those things I had to leave in there for sure. Like, really liked the, a lot of the end of, where he's the mile spool out behind us, and then the whole, I'll be, someplace new, someone new,
Yeah, thank you.
and
I especially like those sections.
there's another thing in here. I minimized a little bit how fast we could go to beat the day, if only for a
Mhm.
moment.
Yeah, I like the way you condensed that. That was more word vomit.
That way, that if only for a moment hits harder. I thought.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, I love what you did.
Um, what was the other thing?
Oh shit.
I feel like there was something else. I was like, yeah, that's cool. Well, there's a lot of stuff in here. It was one thing that stood out.
You You think about it. Let me know.
You want to leave the Oz reference in there or take that out? It was just something I put in there.
I didn't see any problem with it. I liked it. A lever Oz pulls to make things work is a great line. And thus poor Chadwick was confined to the dark and silent hellscape from which he would never return. His voice cried out from the darkness, followed by the faintest David Lee Roth squeal. No T-shirt with an anachronistic design printed on it would have saved him from the abyss.
Oh, you guys know me.
Yeah, that's good shit. It's I'm on fire now, dude. Like at this point, I'm having to like pull back and be like, I gotta slow down. I have to slow down. If I don't, I'm gonna end up writing this whole book, and you're just gonna be rewriting and editing. I'm excited. I want to read a chapter from you, like from the ground up. You haven't done one in so long. I
don't mind sticking in,
everything you're doing is brilliant.
Paragraphs here and there, but yeah, I haven't.
I gotta let people know on Discord before I forget that I have a sleep study tonight, so the Twitch stream isn't up to date.
Get yourself a CPAP?
Probably. I don't know. They're still trying to figure out what the fuck is up with my my blood being too thick. They can't get, even though they're draining it every month, they can't seem to get it down to a reasonable level. So they're assuming it's because I stopped breathing in my sleep, which makes no sense whatsoever. Because I know from dealing, from all my time working in the hospitals, that you don't dream if you have sleep apnea, because you can never enter REM. And I have very vivid, almost lucid dreams.
All right, so we're at 43,168.
43,168.
Yep.
Cool.
So we got like 2,100 in today, which is pretty good despite all the condensing going on in the revisions.
Yep.
But of course, every time I revise or condense something, I usually end up adding paragraphs.
Yeah, I've noticed. I should have your review up for Broad Street Bastard tomorrow.
Cool.
Let's see here. It won't be a 5 a.m. video. It'll probably be in the afternoon because I got to edit some stuff out. I said too much about it. I thought I was good to go and I was going to post it today, and I was like, that's too much. That's too much. I'm giving away too much. And it's something that we talked about, me not saying, and I ended up saying it anyways, which was like the whole under subplot thing. So
yeah, it's one of those ones where like something that ends up being part of the main thing, you can't really, I mean, you can say it, but it might ruin it for some.
Yeah, it would be like, well, yeah, I get it. I don't even want to give like an illusion. So yeah, 100%. I got to cut all that, which is it's funny because it's gonna cut like 3 minutes out of the video, and the video is only 7 minutes long. So I'm gonna try and find something else to say. Okay, so I guess we're done here, y'all. I just updated the stream schedule. Well, I will on Twitch, but I updated on Discord. We will be streaming at 3 o'clock, but I have to be done by 7. So we'll do 2 hours of AC6. We'll do 2 hours of Texas Chainsaw, and then we'll call it a night. And I'll get my sleep study done, and then you guys have a new book review, as you just heard, for tomorrow. And also there will be 3 hours of Texas Chainsaw tomorrow. So, anyways, and we'll be back here Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Is there anything you want to talk about on the stream before we go? All right. So, you know how it is. Enjoy your spaghetti dreams. That's the new outro. All hail the chair. Bye-bye.